Hello, Dutch people. Honestly, I want to talk to European people, but especially Dutch people. Why? Because there is a Dutch channel that talked about the Moroccan national team that participated in the FIFA World Cup, and that said that since there are players who were born and raised in Europe, and of course those players they studied in Europe and they benefited from the social system and the medical care of Europe, especially Netherlands. So they don't have to play for the Moroccan national team. Yes, that's what I want to say because generally these players are Moroccan. Yes, the look Moroccan. Yes, you see. Do you see my point? The way they look is Moroccan. They are not blonde. They are not white. Yes, they are brunette. They have black hair and black eyes, and generally they seem to be Moroccan. But what is very important than this is that their parents are Moroccan. Yes, they were born abroad, but they are Moroccan. Um, there's something also very important that I want to talk about is that the channel said that these players benefits from the social system and medical care of Netherlands. They should know that their parents um, worked very hard to benefit from the social system of Europe. Yes, and they pay the medical care. Yes, their parents pay the medical care and the social system. Yes, they pay it. Whether they pay it directly or sometimes they work for companies, and of course, those companies pay the medical care and the social system for them. Yes, and which means there's nothing for free. They don't take something for free. They work hard, and sometimes they practice some jobs that the Europeans don't want to practice. Yes, some jobs that are very difficult. For example, they can work as masons or builders. They can work also as, for example, cleaners. They practice difficult jobs that many Europeans don't want to practice. So they give something, they give a service. For example, if we would talk about France, France brought many people from the Arab world and the African countries in order to work in mines. So, in order to work in mines, and those people really give great service to France. This is one example of one country. Um, so there's nothing for free. Yes, but we also here we have a social system. And we have in Morocco, of course, it is not as developed as that of Europe, but generally we have medical care system, and we all the Moroccan have the medical care system, not only Europe. Yes, if you want to go to the public hospital, you will pay nothing. If you want to go here in Morocco to a private hospital, you will pay, but you will be refunded for yes, 50%, 70%, sometimes 100%. It depends on your case and it depends on your sickness. Yes. Generally the government refund you, but this is not our of course this is not our topic, because we are talking about the players. So as we have said, there's nothing for free. Yes, you benefit, but also you give a service. Yes. Um, there's something also that I want to talk about, which is when those players are still children, and when before becoming, of course, famous players, you should know that they were treated as immigrants. Yes, they have the citizenship, and they consider themselves to be Dutch or to be European or to be French or to be Spanish, depends on the country where they live. But the problem is that they always are seen as immigrants. And that this is something very important because when a child who live abroad in Europe, for example, whether he will become a player or not, he might become an engineer or a teacher or something like this. So usually he is treated as immigrant, but when he comes to Morocco, he is treated as Moroccan. This is something very important for the individual's loyalty and for the individual's belonging. Yes. So, and this, of course, create in him some kind of sense of belonging to Morocco. I don't say that he doesn't feel this feeling towards his European country. No, he really wants to be European, but the problem is that Europe doesn't want to make him European simply because he doesn't look European. And this is something very important. Yes, that's why he is always seen as immigrant, even if he was born in that country and he has the citizenship, but he is seen as an immigrant. And there's something also that I want to talk about, which is, of course, the way uh, those players were educated and raised by their parents, because when someone is Arab or African and is born in Europe and he lives in Europe, of course he is educated by the European society, the European school, and also by his parents. And for parents, the Moroccan parents and the Arab parents in general, when they live abroad, they try to integrate the society where they live, but also they give their children specific education. Yes, I'm not talking about the public education about school, but I'm talking about the way they are raised at home, because they, of course, they try to give them a lot of values, cultural values, and religious values, and principles of our culture and of our society and the religion also, which is very important. And this is what makes them, of course, like Morocco. Yes. For example, if we see the Moroccan players at the end of each match, in comparison with a European player, when he at the end of the match, of course, if he plays in the FIFA World Cup and if he wins, for example, usually he will go to hang his girlfriend or celebrate with her, with his girlfriend or something like this. But we have seen Moroccan people celebrating with their mothers. This is something very important, and here we you can see to what extent those players have good relationship with their country and with their culture. Yes, because here we respect mothers and respect parents in general, and especially mothers. And there's something very important is that at the end of each match, the player uses to kiss the hand of their mothers or the head of their mothers, And this is something very important in our culture, because when we do so, when we kiss our mother's hand or our mother's hand, that means we show some kind of great respect to our mother. Since in our culture, of course, we respect parents. So that's why I talked about many things, of course, that make these players like Morocco. But generally, there's something also that I want to state, is that those players, they don't choose to be born in Europe. Yeah, do you see my point? Um, they are Moroccan, even if they were born in Europe. They are Moroccan. Yes, and they choose to play for Morocco, and you have to accept it. Of course, you have to accept it. At the end, I want to tell you that I really respect you. I really respect the European culture. Okay, I don't mean to criticize you, because I am just talking about the mass media, not about your societies. I respect each society and each country. I respect Dutch people, because I talked about Dutch people, but also I talked about other um, countries. Uh, but there is also something that I want to talk about, is that not only Dutch mass media that talked about the Moroccan national team in this way, but also other countries. In France, for example, in Spain, a Spanish newspaper said that Spain is going to play against the United Nations team. And this is something very terrible. They don't respect Morocco, they don't respect Moroccan people. So it is not the national team. It is the Moroccan team. Yes, but there is something that I want to talk about, is that there is 12 players that were born and raised in Morocco, and they played in the Moroccan National League, and some of them are still playing in the Moroccan National League, and some of them they choose to play in professional leagues, especially in Europe and the Gulf countries or something like this. But okay, thank you so much. I am sorry again if I say something that you don't like. I don't mean to make you mad or angry. I do like you and respect you. Yes, I respect your European culture. And of course, happy Christmas for the Christians, of course, that are seeing or watching this video. Happy New Year for you, and I hope that you will have a nice year and a peaceful year, and of course, a good year. And thank you so much.